Good morning. Good morning and welcome to all of you. A warm welcome also to our valued customers and partners, and of course also a warm welcome to our vendors. For those who don't know me, my name is Jurgen Janssens, and I am since a year and a half the director of Copaco for Belgium and Luxembourg. I thank you already now for taking the opportunity, taking the time and attend this digital event called CopaConnect. But let me first start by thanking all of you for the business that we have done over the past year and the business we will surely do in the future. It's been a pleasure from my side and a great ride so far. Allow me also to thank all the vendors for their active support in this event, knowing this is something exceptional and new. Normally, and as a yearly tradition, we would be meeting in person at the traditional Copaco event that takes place at the end of August. At that event, we have numerous business discussions while we are enjoying a high-quality barbecue, as you all know. But now we are in new times, the so-called new normal. Although I'm not really sure it is a new normal because COVID-19 has just obliged us overnight to adapt our way of working and living. Suddenly, the merge between our professional and our private life has never been so big or intense. And we didn't really have the opportunity to choose a timing or to plan for it, isn't it? Many of us have been talking about a work-life balance for many years. It was often a matter of making trade-offs from time to time, depending whether we were at work or in the office. But now, there is hardly a distinction between our private life and our professional's life, since COVID-19 is all over the place. Many of us have been working from home for months now. And maybe many of you are still working in the living room or even at the kitchen table. And yes, we all just had to deal with the inconveniences this situation generates. What could have been a kind of experimental setup has suddenly become a daily reality. I truly believe that the quote of this American science fiction writer, Frank Herbert, has never been more actual or more topical than it is today. Survival is the ability to swim in strange waters. And strange water, indeed, is our daily reality now. Our water has changed overnight, disruptively, and has forced us to test and stretch the flexibility of our company, our organization, and all the individuals that interact in it and with it. Many were ready, but a lot still had to do significant modifications in providing to everybody in the organization a remote working infrastructure and operations in the company. Just think about writing guidelines or policies for permanent home working or the implementation of the existing routines in the office into a remote working context. But how ready have we been for permanent home working? The Harvard Business Review published this chart in which you can clearly see a huge difference between the countries. The research says that the presence of digital payment facilities, internet infrastructure, and digital platforms dictate how smoothly one can switch to socially distanced work. You can see that Belgium is not too badly placed overall, but some leading economies around us seem to better perform in terms of the resilience of the internet infrastructure to high traffic and the robustness of the digital platforms. At Copaco Belgium, we switched to home working overnight, and consequently, we secured all continuity. At the same time, also the health and safety of our team members, our suppliers and customers. It took additional attention here and there in the beginning, but it went extremely quick and very smoothly. Willis Tower of Watson has published in May already that the Belgian employees have successfully been adopting the situation in general. And, maybe most importantly, that productivity was not damaged according to the companies that were questioned. 83% of those companies were already implementing in May initiatives to keep their employees connected to each other and very close to the company. On the other hand, it became also very clear that companies were not doing enough in these critical times to ask their employees their opinion or input on certain matters. The research states that companies who put their employees first will be better positioned to survive and overcome the pandemic situation. One could say that employee engagement is more key than ever before. We all have many business challenges to deal with. And from a business point of view, Surely one of these main challenges is how to keep and build connections with our employees, our customers and prospects. How do we build and keep or transform a company culture in these times? How effectively can we onboard recruits that are working remotely? How can I motivate and empower my teams who are working remotely? To several of these questions, we want to provide you with ideas and potential answers within the speakers program of Copa Connect. As many events and many opportunities to socialize, network and meet have been cancelled, how do we stay connected and how can we stay connected? For Copaco, inaction is no option. And so we took the lead here as a challenger in the Belux market to organize this digital event. Personally, I am a believer that this is our duty and obligation to all of you, to take initiatives and drive our joint business forward, even if it is in very strange and unknown waters. And so we adopt and adapt to the overall situation by organizing this Copa Connect event. We know the rules are changing in the ecosystem of ICT channels and the go-to-markets of many brands. Companies who have a multi-channel approach with very strong online presence are currently mastering the overall situation. And those are the resellers and partners that are massively growing. I also expect even more consolidation as many companies will probably reduce costs and increase the focus with those who create brand preference and provide a local and focused qualitative execution. And that is exactly what we are and who we are at Copaco and what we want to be for all of you. Being able to do business electronically in a personal and straightforward way remains extremely important to Copaco, and we are enhancing this on a daily basis. Having said this, we also see this event as an opportunity to connect with you all and let you connect with our vendors. So it is with belief and conviction that we do this digital event, but also recognizing this is something completely new and a complete change with the past. So let's get started. While Copaco Group has been growing constantly, profitably, to a €1 billion plus business over the years, the Belux organization has done some construction work in the last 1.5 years. And we are absolutely committed and ready now to help you in what is needed to overcome challenges of today and tomorrow. Not just the way you know us as a traditional ICT distributor, but also beyond. Let me explain. Copaco Belgium can provide value to you in a personal and a straightforward way via basically 3 core activities. There is the traditional ICT product distribution with the related marketing support, technical support and logistical execution of having, stocking and shipping products to you and your customer. This is without doubt the business you most probably know us from, but we do much more, also in the Belgian and Luxembourg markets. To the Cloud is the cloud marketplace of Copaco with software, platform and infrastructure as a service propositions. Infrastructure as a service solutions can either be public cloud like Microsoft Azure or IBM cloud-based or hybrid and private cloud in our own data centers in Amsterdam and Brussels. Either way, for every cloud service offered, Copaco has its own local specialized and certified support teams for you in local language. But To the Cloud also includes a top-notch development program for cloud sales called Copaco Cloud Value Academy. It's an extensive training program that helps you and your sales force in selling their cloud propositions to your customers. On top of that, we provide you the infrastructure to do so. With online trainings and certifications, this To the Cloud platform and academy is a must discover for you. It may be a well-known secret or a well-kept secret in Belgium, but it's absolutely a must for you to see. And a third core activity is yours. Well, the name says it all. We can do basically anything for you with products which are yours. We can easily stock them for you. We can also pre-configure them for you at your wishes, install them for you at your customers, and even build online stores for you. Yours is an activity that we are rolling out to the Belux customers, and demand is massively growing. It is a big value creator that is available for you. And I really encourage you to follow the specific webinars tomorrow to find out more about the To the Cloud platform of Copaco Group and what about yours can do for you. Having said this, the format of today and tomorrow should surely provide you some food for thought on what is currently changing. We also aim to provide you with some potential answers to the challenges that we are all facing. Today, the sessions and the webinars are mainly focused on market evolutions and trends, as well as some general topics like human resources that deserves a lot of attention nowadays. So we have some very interesting keynote speakers lined up for you today. For tomorrow, we plan much more product and technically focused sessions so that you or your salespeople can get extra information and of course stay up to date. Know that you can join a webinar at any specific time you want. Participate actively in sessions as question and answers is foreseen. You will be able to virtually walk around and interact with vendors, but as well as with Copaco people directly in chat sessions. So again, we know this is new and very different from the past. But I do see the opportunity and I am a believer in taking initiatives. And so Copaco Belgium wants to stay connected with you and drive the business together. So let's take it on and start with our first keynote speaker. It goes without doubt that Professor Gino van Ossel is a top specialist of the retail business and the retail landscape. He's been studying the consumer markets, consumer behavior, the consumer and retail trends for many years. COVID-19 has been boosting the online consumption for sure. But what exactly is going on? How fast are things going and what is there to come? How was the retail impacted by COVID-19 and what is the future bringing? I leave it to the professor and I'm happy to let the professor explain all that to you directly. I thank you very much indeed for your attention and please enjoy today and tomorrow. But I truly hope we can meet again in person as soon as possible. Thank you very much.